Why don't you go ahead and kick us off? Just your thoughts on a great way to wrap up the first half of the season.
I thought that we were locked in from jump, and we knew it was important to, come out with the mindset of not, really knowing who was going to be on the floor, but it didn't, dictate how we wanted to play offensively and defensively. And I thought we got a lot of contribution from everyone from top to bottom. And it's a good way to end the break, end before the break. Right.
Jeff Brown, why don't you kick us off with questions for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, I know you had talked about wanting to be road warriors in the last 5-game trip. You were 4-1, you're 2-1, so 6-2 in your last 8 road games. Pretty dang good. Just talk about the importance of being able to do that on the road.
Yeah, it's important. And, in this league, winning on the road is part of, being a good team and understanding that, when you find ways to win on the road, that's a good sign. And going on these road trips, we want to, leave with more wins and losses. And I thought that we did that in both our road trips, but I thought there was another layer of focus, especially today. But yeah, for our team, especially to, figure out how to win in tough environments and to set us up hopefully for postseason play and understanding to how the vibe is and how the aura is on the road. It's important to maximize that during the season as well.
And then Tina Charles looks like she's kind of really hitting her stride now these last 2 games. She had 18 tonight. Just talk about what she's able to do for you guys off the bench.
I mean, she's a prolific scorer. And the more and more she gets comfortable with our system, you see that where we can utilize her in isolated situations, her ability to stretch the floor, her ability to go to work in the paint, and also her rebounding are things that at this point we've been deficient in. And so for her to be efficient, 8 for 12, 18 and 19 minutes, that's what we need. And as again, just the comfort level and knowing once we get our practices and once she understands a little bit more, our plays and all those things that matter. For her to be successful, I think she'll continue to help us tremendously.
And last one for me, as the back-to-back games now with double-double, she had 11 rebounds. Talk about her improvement as a rebounder this season.
She's in rebounding outside of her area, and she's going up in the trees and getting those, and those are the rebounds we need. Earlier in the season, also she was getting us extra possessions on the offensive end with her offensive rebound, and now she's putting it all together. Her activity is amazing, and I think she just continues to find ways to help us. The intangibles, the block shots is one thing, and getting up and down the floor, but the rebounding is going to continue to be important for us. And it was good to see her just leaping over and getting some amazing rebounds today.
Great job. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Jeff. Maz Levita, go ahead, Maz.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, I'll start with the importance of getting that second group. I know you've always talked about practice times are limited, but just how important was it for them to get extended, game time, and how will that help you down the stretch?
It helps tremendously. A twofold, like one, we don't have to play our starters a ton of minutes, but also we talk about our depth a lot. And so, the more and more they get comfortable, the more and more those minutes become effective and important because they're sustaining or elevating the game. And, obviously mixing in different lineups and different people playing different rotations today, but the chemistry is clicking, it's getting there, and it will continue to be important for that unit.
Kind of follow up to that on chemistry, on the high number of assists. Now, is that obviously the team's unselfish? Is that players now understanding the spacing and the ball movement and the execution?
Yeah, I think so. And then hitting some shots. I think, at the end of the day, I think our defense has been great and has sustained us, and our offense has kind of been a little bit up and down. But yeah, like you're saying, the comfort level and knowing when you're going to get the ball, where your shots are going to come, and who likes what, that does take time. And I think we're finding that within games, and that's a good sign as well.
As a coach, after a team plays so well, is there like, oh man, I wish we have another game to play, but you've got the break?
I know it happened to us last season. We got clicking, and then the break came, the Olympic break came, and we had to rev it back up. And it is, you want to continue to, you know, have this momentum, but also it's good to take a break, rejuvenate, and get back to work in a few days.
Thanks.
I'll take a quick break question from the room real quick.
Welcome
Thank you.
home. Very nice to see you.
Thank you.
They covered a lot of my questions, but how are you approaching, how are you guys approaching things right now? Like, I've had a couple of people say, yo, there are hellos or something, bring them around, like, slow down, slow down, slow
Yeah.
down. How are you guys looking at this?
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody in the response column, like, Megan.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's you know, we're taking it one game at a time, being present, being where our feet are. And at that moment, today was the game tonight against LA. I don't think we need to look too far. And, you know, we have work to do. We don't want to peak too fast. I think we're continuing to get some good play from a lot of players, but it's, you know, we still have a ways to go. But the positives are we're getting a lot of contributions from everyone.
And then Tina just, she said last time she's finally learned some plays. She seems to, her obviously being a veteran, it's probably a lot easier for her to adjust like that. Right?
Yeah, and in our team, you know, they've been amazing in the process as well, helping, you know, on the court, off the court with her, and making her feel as comfortable as possible. But she's picking things up very quickly, and you know, it's great that she's had the opportunity to play with Sujul and Stewie, and you know, that chemistry is there, that comfort level is there. But you know, without really, I mean, we practiced one time, and I can't even say that was a full practice because it was the day before a game. Without that, I think she's doing an amazing job.
And then just one more thing, you guys look like you're having fun out there.
Yeah. We are. I think, you know, it's been a grind. You know, you think about the adversity that we've been through early on with our COVID and other things that have happened. I think we're finally, you know, knock on wood, getting to a point where everyone's comfortable, feeling good, and knows what everyone needs to do for us to be successful. Yeah.
Let's go back to Percy. Percy, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you probably touched on this already, but just what, you know, after a game like tonight, any one or two things particularly sort of jump out to you that you particularly like?
56 points in the paint, 64% shooting, 40 efficiency from the floor, getting to the free throw line. There are a lot of things that stick out, in multiple people in double figures. But again, the activity defensively, you know, offensively, continuing to hit shots and being efficient. I think we've been up and down offensively, but it's good to see those baskets go in.
And like, you know, just the idea of your team not being bored with success. I mean, that's is a big thing with you. If you could sort of speak on that.
It is, you know, it's important today was just, you see something? Oh, here you go. Being great in simplicity today, not overthinking or over analyzing. And you're right, not getting bored with being excellent. And that is the little things. And I think we're doing a great job, and you know, still a ways to go. I'm excited because we have some practice time coming up, and just continue to build and grow on our systems. And you know, it is important. We have goals, and we can't get bored with those things.
You know, and you probably said it, but who do you have there in your lap?
I didn't say it. This is Onyx, everyone. I'm a great aunt. That sounds really old. But my oldest niece had Onyx last year, so he just turned 1 last month. So
How do you spell Onyx?
ONYX. Onyx, say hi.
Thank you, Coach.
No problem.
Hi. Who should we call on next? Let's go to M. M, go ahead.
Oops, was muted. Hit the wrong button. Hey, Coach, it seemed like for a lot of the beginning of the game, you're really focused on funneling the ball to specific sparks, maybe some of the less shooters. Was that a specific defensive approach, or was it just how the game went?
I'm sorry, you said funneling the ball.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive strategy started off was funneling the ball to certain like spark scores, making them beat you. Was that just how the game went, or was that like the game plan?
Yeah, I think that's just how the game went. We obviously wanted to bring congestion to Nneka and Liz, and you know, be pick our spots with Jordan, make sure we're, big, helping big and making sure Lou and Brown didn't get loose from 3-point line. I think they found ways to move the ball and get their players their shots. But I thought overall we did a good job.
Great. And then just in terms of integrating some of the bench players, because you were able to work around with those lineups given the lead, just what do you think you took away from different player combinations you were able to get more minutes to?
Yeah, it was good to see Piv, Bree, and Tina on the floor because that may be, what we go to coming at the second end of the season. Obviously, Jantel has been great in her minutes when she's able to come in the last couple of games and just be super aggressive. And Steph, just her ability to play in space. And obviously, defensively, she always has a tough assignment.
Thanks.
All right, thanks. And I do apologize, Brendan and Christos, we've got to get our players in
Bye-bye.
and out quick because they got to fly out tonight for
Bye-bye.
All-Star game. So we'll say bye to Coach Quinn, and we'll bring in Brianna Stewart and Jewel Lloyd in just a sec here.
He's fine. He's so small. Did you see Ruby or no? You ready? You ready to go back?
All right, and we'll kick it off real quick here with Percy. Percy, why don't you kick us off? Got about let's say 7 minutes with players here.
We'll be quick. Hey guys, it is often that your coach talks about not being bored with success. Just how challenging is that? And if you could speak to that on a night like tonight when it seems like everything was going on.
I think we're hungry. I think, this team, you have a goal in mind, and we know that, at the end of the season, we want to be champions. We want to strive for that all the time. And doesn't matter who we're playing, even in practice, we want to go hard and make sure we're doing everything to the best of our abilities. And that's what we saw tonight.
And then if you could just speak to just the offensive efficiency tonight, did it feel like anything that you guys have ever done before? Obviously you set a team record just in terms of your shooting percentage.
I think we were just being aggressive from the start. I think that we all knew that this is the last game before the break, and those games are sometimes really hard because you're focused on, what's ahead instead of staying in the moment. And just being confident, making the right reads, making the right passes, and everybody knocking down shots. I mean, 106 points is a lot of points.
All right,
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, you guys, just played Los Angeles not that long ago, and they were able to beat you guys in Seattle, to turn around and beat them by, 37 points. Just talk about the growth of your team and kind of continuing to peak.
I mean, yeah, it's a bounce back game for us, I guess. Obviously we lost them earlier, but we felt confident. We're obviously getting better throughout the season. I mean, you're gonna lose some games, you're gonna win some games, but for us, we came in and focused, energized to get this win and get a break.
And then Jewel, I wanted to ask you, how special was it for the release of your shoe and to have Kyrie there tonight as well?
Yeah, it's a cool opportunity for sure. Kai and I have, we're family. That's my big bro, and having him, give me an opportunity to create something organically and naturally was pretty cool. And obviously getting the win in the shoe and having him here is nice. So yeah, glad it worked out.
Let's go to M. Adler. Go ahead, M.
Yep. Just for either of you, this is, I think, the first game in WNBA history where everyone on the team's roster made a couple buckets, had an assist, shot this well from the field. Just what were you guys getting as a whole lineup, just in the flow of the offense?
I think just being aggressive. We knew we wanted to play in transition, and that really jump started everything else. And when we're confident, when we're flowing, when we're in a good rhythm, it seems like every shot's going to go in. And I feel that way when Jewel shoots the ball, when the rest of my teammates shoot the ball, and tonight it did.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Em. And Maz, go ahead, Maz.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you guys got to go real quickly. Jewel, that second quarter, just you taking over, can you just give us a thought? What was your thought about that, or was it just flowing? Did you intentionally do that, or you were just in a zone?
No, I was just trying to make a good read. I know they were playing me. I settled in a little bit, and when we move the ball, a lot of things open up, and I was able to get to my pull up a little bit and attack. And so I'm staying with the rhythm of the game, and my teammates did a great job of moving the ball and finding everybody really when we're open.
Thanks.
And Christos, go ahead, Christos.
Hey, ladies, congratulations on the win. Stu, going to the second half of the season, how confident you feel that this team gonna be even better?
I feel really confident. I think that, to be honest, this break is perfect. I think everybody needs a little bit of a reset, some time away, to not think about basketball, not think about Seattle, all those things. And then when we come back, we're even hungrier to finish this stretch that we have of regular season games, make sure that, you know, our chemistry is only growing and going up from here, and then be ready for playoffs. We want to, you know, we don't want to peak too soon, and we want to just make sure we're continuing to go up.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Christos. Sue, go ahead.
And just wondering, ladies, how would you assess the team, where the team's at right now, and then which one is you when you come back from break?
I think we're right where we want to be. You know, obviously there's things that we want to work on and consistently, get better at. I think, still trying to get Tina, acclimated in what we do and adding that in. And, we're moving in the right direction. We feel confident about that. And we're excited. I think the hunger and the focus is to get better every day and work on our goals to, hopefully, like I said, win a championship.
Yeah, and then just maybe one comment on this is maybe like the perfect box.
I mean, I think that, we were obviously motivated to get the win. We knew, I'm pretty sure this is our last time playing LA. So the series was on the line. And at the same time, it feels a lot better when you go into break with a win. And to be able to do that. And I think from the way we started to the bench, everyone just kind of got energy from one another and kept it going throughout the entire game.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you guys play in the All-Star.
Thank you.
And then Jeff, one last question, and then we'll go.
Oh yeah, Stu, I just wanted to touch on Tina Charles, 18 points in 19 minutes off the bench. Just talk about that production and what she's able to bring for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we know Tina's one of the best players in this league, an amazing player, and very efficient tonight. I think that, as Jewel touched on earlier, as she gets more comfortable in what we're trying to do in our offense, she's gonna, continue to gain confidence and know what she wants to do, know what her spots are. So we saw glimpses of that tonight, and it's only gonna get better.
All right,
Awesome.
thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys.
See y'all later.
See you in Chicago.